Hello, beautiful people. My name's Kristen. Thanks for stopping by my channel. I am doing my book Unhaul because the library is receiving donations and then they're having a sale. So I've got to find some books to pass on and pass forward so that I can go and purchase a bunch and replace them in a couple weeks. So there will be a book library haul coming in 2 or 3 weeks. So I will quickly run through the ones that I have decided to pass forward. A nonfiction book, The Girls of Atomic City, about the women who were behind the building and creation of the atomic bomb in the war. Very interesting, but time to pass it forward. And actually, if these are horrible, I will tell you, but most of these were my 3-star. Don't really want to read them again. Fine with reading them. This one, How Lucky, was about a man who is paralyzed in a wheelchair and sees what he thinks is a kidnapping and gets involved in trying to kind of solve the mystery, but also just be a reflection on how the world treats a handicapped person. So interesting. I'm passing on Rise and Shine, Benedict Stone. This is a lovely little cutesy story about an older man who comes in contact with a niece, and each chapter is kind of around a family stone. He's a jeweler. You're trying to figure out kind of the family dynamics and what went wrong and why they're estranged and put it back together again. I really like her style of writing, just for light and cute and really sweet characters. Nora Roberts, Irish Born. This is actually 3 books. Some of her early romance, kind of the classic dating romance stuff set in Ireland. It was cute, but I'm not going to read it again. No Place to Hide. This was a really great book about the story of Eric Snowden and the cover up of government and business overstepping their bounds into our privacy. It was really good. I'm actually going to pass forward The Dutch House. It was super good. I may change my mind and keep this one just because I like the writing. I may read it again, but this was actually a 4-star for me. Kind of on the fence with that one, but I'm trying to be good and actually get rid of some books because I got to move soon too. Damnation Spring. Loved the characters, loved the writing, thought that it was well done, and then I really disliked the end and I really don't want to experience that again. The Maidens. I thought that this was interesting. I didn't think it was super great, but I wasn't sorry that I read it. I do still want to read The Silent Patient, but I'm going to pass that one forward, as well as Malibu Rising. I am definitely keeping 7 Husbands and Daisy Jones, but this one was not my favorite. Gonna pass that one forward. Family drama, beaching, wealthy house. Every single person in the family has drama issues. The Beach Club, light, easy read. Nothing. She has some really good ones that I love, but this one was not one of my favorites, so passing that one. But if you need an easy beach read, totally a decent book. A Whole Life, it's blowing out the cover. This was a cute little nonfiction essay about a man in Austria, just talking about the landscaping. It almost reads as poetry, and just kind of seeking the meaning of life, and very kind of on Walden Pond kind of feel. Burying the Honeysuckle Girls. This one I did not like. I don't think I even finished it. It was one of those things where a daughter thinks that her mother's dying words are directing her, but it was a little wonky and I couldn't get into it. Never really related to the characters. The Removed. I actually did not care for this book. It was a story of a family who had lost a son, and there was another boy who enters with some Native American roots. I felt like the storyline was kind of disjointed, and I just wanted more from it. Magpie Murders. This one also was one of those I maybe should hold on to it for an unpopular opinion video, because I didn't like this one. I really felt it was, I did like the premise that it's a story within a story. So there's kind of like an editor reviewer who's editing a book, and we actually read the book within the book. So you start out with there's something that's sketchy that goes on where there's a mystery, then she's editing a mystery book, and then it comes back to the present and kind of, you know, wraps that up. And the book within the book was pretty good. I liked it. That got a 4-star even. But overall, the whole book, you know, around that story of the editing, I found predictable. In fact, I told my husband, I stopped with like 60 pages left, and I said, if this, and this doesn't happen, then I'm going to say this is a 5-star book, because I'm just calling and predicting it now. And of course, this, and this happened, and that was the book. And I thought, that was ridiculous. So disappointing, y'all. Reverend of the Nerds, the biography of Curtis Armstrong. I thought it was written a little tongue-in-cheek and campy, which is totally his personality and his characters, right? And so, you know, it was fun, but it's not something that I found particularly awesome to read it again, if that makes sense. The Bradbury Chronicles, I really liked reading about authors. So Ray Bradbury is exceedingly interesting. This is another one that I was kind of back and forth. Do I keep it? But I'm gonna let it go. That one was really good. I would recommend getting that, particularly, you know, if you've read like the Fahrenheit 451 or any of those kind of books. It's just fascinating seeing authors' journeys on how and why they write what they write. So Billy Crystal's biography, I just really enjoyed reading about him, particularly around like Princess Bride and like Harry Met Sally and all those kind of things where we're kind of, you know, actually saw them when they came out. Well, you have to be old enough as me to do that. But just his real and that funny kind of comedian sense of style all over his book. Just very, very poignant but funny. So I do recommend that one. I thought that one was a solid read for a biography, but probably not one that I'll pick back up again, so we will pass it on. I'll let that go. So there's my stack of books I'm going to take to the library, donate, and then we'll see in a couple weeks what I pick up, and I'll show those off. So hopefully it's even a couple less so I can downsize. But y'all have an awesome day. I appreciate you stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you again soon.